Alright, Zen-oh. So, this is the leader that a whole lot of people...
It's broke.
Okay, so a lot of people thought this
It's dumb.
leader was, like, bad.
It's annoying.
When Ultimate Box got, like, revealed, they're like, oh, you can only have universe cards? That's terrible.
That's terrible. This card's...
People, like, skipped over... Like, not everybody, but, like, a lot of people skipped over the fact that it reduces specified cost. They're like, oh, that's, I guess, yeah, you have to do that so you can actually play the deck. But what they missed out on it is that, like, it has, like, it makes different strategies actually work even better. So if you don't know what he does, like I said, permanent, you can't have any cards in your deck unless they have universe trait. Also, the permanent, you treat all universe trait cards with no specified cost. When he attacks, and this is on both sides, when he attacks, you can basically mill up to 2 cards from the top of your deck to the drop area and draw a card.
You don't have to drop.
You don't have to mill 2. It's up to 2, so you can like not even mill and just draw 1.
Exactly.
So his backside, which is the fun side,
I bet you like the backside.
active. Yeah, you know what? Active main. Once per turn, you warp 10 cards out of your drop area, and your opponent has to drop 2 cards from their hand. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it comes up a lot, especially in this deck too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, all right. So, what do we play with this? Well, there was 2 things that we were talking about doing with this deck. Originally, we tried Jiren in Universe 11. And it was all right. It was
just difficult to play. There was just
the problem is with with all the Universe 11 cards is that there's only select few that work well with limited amount of energy.
Yeah. And
the best Universe 11 like strategy you can have with this deck is using the 10 drop. But in reality, this is a mill deck, so like the 12 drop is just inherently good.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of like in this like, I don't know, this weird zone where like you can't really play either.
Yeah, no. It's like, if you were able to, if there was a card, a universe card that you could use to ramp mana during the turns, it would make it so much better.
Right.
And that was my original thought, was to just like put in ramping cards, but you can only include universe cards.
You can't play extra cards either.
Yeah, you can use like the universe 9, I think, the one that looks at the top 2, and you play how many universe 9s in the...
Yeah, but then at that point you'd be playing a lot of universe 9.
You would have to play universe 9 and 11 together, which sounds really gross. And
So that it didn't really work out for that. Like it's still a work in progress, so maybe you never know. Like if new stuff comes out and it makes it broke, willing, whatever. So that was one idea. So when that didn't work out, we were like, well, what else like makes specified cost like not being a thing good? So we decided to play the maidens, the deck that everybody hates to even look at.
The Teletubbies.
So we'll go ahead and get started with the deck.
Mr. Pedo Stash.
No, this is Warp Stash. No, so this guy looks at the top 3. He's the glossy for the deck. Looks at the top 3 for a Universe 2 card. And you can add to your hand any Universe 2. This is the best card in the deck. This is the card that you want to mulligan for every game. This is the card that you want to get 2 on board. Once you get 2 of these on board, you should be winning that game.
Yeah, you just at that point, like there's no reason to not be winning.
This is the reason why the deck works. This card basically says permanent, reduce the energy cost of all the Maiden Squadron cards in your hand by 2. Now normally you would still have to pay specified cost, but with Zen-oh, making all your specified costs 0 you basically get to play stuff for free once you have 2 of these out. Speaking of free,
More free cards.
Universe 2 already has a free blocker. So basically you can play him for free if you have 1 Universe 2 card out, which is ridiculously easy. But yeah, that's the free blocker. Then we have 4 of the Brienne de Chateau, whatever, the baby Brienne.
Yeah.
Actually, it's barrier. It's really good. You have 1 Jimenez on board, and you know, the ET like broken guy. And then you can play this for free. It has barrier. You look at the top 7 to like get your combo pieces, and like this can stay on board, so you can evolve on it. So it's really good. And then more into the maiden squadron stuff. 4 Rosies, blocker that restands 20k. Like, it's really good. Like, everybody knows what apes do. Like, it's really good. And then 4 Kakunsa, the purple hair.
Wild child.
Yeah, I don't.
She's weird.
I don't know. She's really good. Okay, so if you have
Her effect is good.
Rosie and Rebrienne, well, none of these characters are good in the show.
I mean, they're a waste of space, but whatever.
Alright, anyway, back to the card game. She has critical, and then when you have Rebrienne and Rosie, she gains dual attack. And then, of course, the main card of the deck, 4 copies of main squadron leader Rebrienne. So when you evolve this card over the baby Brienne, basically, it pops a card, and then when you attack with it, if you have Rosie and Kakunsa in your battle area, your opponent discards 2 cards. So you kind of get where this is coming from. You discard 2 out of their hand with Zen-oh, discard 2 with this, and then you could, you know, make them discard with this. So we only have 1 at the moment because we didn't even think about playing this deck until like the last minute. And we're like, Jiren's good. Yeah, and then
this is Lady Jiren. This is big booty.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, this card, just pay 1 green. You don't have to discard anything. Just pay 1 green. Evolve on top of the Rebrienne. But if the Rebrienne's in rest and you EX evolve on top of it, it restands.
Yeah.
And then it has double strike, 30k, and when it attacks, it also makes your opponent drop 2 cards from their hand. So Zen-oh makes him drop 2, then Rebrienne makes him drop another 2, and then this thing would make him drop another 2. So that's 6 cards, and that's if like you only have the 1 Rebrienne in like on the board. Like, it gets pretty crazy because once you have 2 of the Jimenez on board, you don't even have to evolve this because this will cost 1 just to play. So it's cheaper to just play it. But like sometimes evolving it comes up because you want to KO something. So yeah, that's all like the Universe 2 stuff and the maidens. Like that's the combo basically, is just like filling your board with maiden squadrons and like making your opponent discard so many cards.
Just barraging them with attacks
Yeah.
is dumb.
Now, like, basically the cards that you're kind of forced to play, which some of the cards aren't bad. Like, you really get to play some of the best cards in the game. So, 4 super combos of the new one for gods. It's really good. It's just like Hoi for Rudigarn. You pitch a card and draw 2, which is actually really good.
Make you lose an advantage, but I'll gain it.
Well, you break even, but the point is,
yeah, but I mean, like,
you get rid of like a card that was just
recycle.
Yeah,
kind of. Like, you just ditch a card you don't want,
and you're fueling for Zen-oh's active main. So it's one of the better types of super combos we have in the game. Then 4 Roshis, because he's the only universe negate that I can play. So 4 Roshis.
Sad.
4 of this card. So I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name, but he basically draws a card. So
this is the Goku.
Yeah.
But what?
4 dog.
Wolf.
So I actually was thinking about playing this and taking out these for like more Universe 9 cards, and then playing the
one that charges 1.
Yeah, the god that like charges Universe 9 cards from your deck. But that means you have to like play a lot of Universe 9 cards.
Because you only get to look at the top 2. And if you don't find any there, you just wasted 3 energy.
But it is what it is. But on his own, if you combo and they somehow survive, this card is like a blowout. This like gives you a turn basically, and like with all those maiden squadrons on your board, you win the next turn.
Yeah.
2 hits. It's Universe 6, so you can play it.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody knows how good this card is. It's pretty much one of the best red cards in the game. 2 Belmonts, or Pennywise, as we call it. He's really good in Zen-oh because you get to mill 3 basically if you don't want to grab anything and pop a card. But like you can just grab any card, which could be a missing combo piece or a super combo. Like it doesn't matter. Also, having Barrier Double Strike is really nice. And then the 50th card is Champa. This is for all the free blockers, as well as just like 1-drop searchers, stuff like that. Boos, Chronoas, like just random cards like that people leave on board. Those are 5Ks that like that need to be dealt with. So especially the free blockers. In like early game, you can just play this and then KO a free blocker, attack for 10k. So that's the deck. That's Zen-oh.
This deck busted.
Yeah, it's actually
like you just start winning by like turn. What,
turn 4 is like
it's your big turn.
Yeah. Being able to like make your opponent discard 8 cards is really strong.
Yeah.
So yep, that's it. If you guys want any deck profiles, make sure you comment below. If you like the video, subscribe for more. We will have more coming soon. I know this is like the 3rd hand destruction deck in a row, but like that's just kind of my play style. So it is what it is. So yeah, thanks for watching.
All right, bye.